Hey guys, so mind my shirt because I am sick right now and I'm wearing my Hello Kitty pajamas. I did go out today and purchase a few things, went shopping, and I might be doing a haul soon if you guys would like to see a collective haul because I do have a lot of stuff that I've been collecting over the past few weeks. Let me know in the comments below. But besides that, today's focus of the video is my essential brushes, and these are going to be the brushes that I think that could be very useful to everybody. And if you're just starting out with makeup, this might be a helpful video, or if you just want to see some brushes that are definitely very helpful for when you're putting on your makeup, just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with eye brushes, and I think that, well, this has to do with the eyes, everybody should have an eyebrow comb. Reason being is because even if you don't do your eyebrows, like as in terms of filling them in or plucking them, this will just kind of comb them out and make them look neat at least, because sometimes I'm in class and I'm going like this and messing them all up, and this just puts them right back into place. The second brush I think is really key is just an eyeshadow brush. Now this was $1 on eyeslipsface.com, and I actually got a lot of these, but they are very essential I think because you can put on lid color with them, you can put on highlight, and I've done crease with these but it's not so great, but also for just an all over swatch color, fantastic. Another brush I think is really great is a crease brush, and I'll tell you why. Because basically your eyes are very one-toned unless you have a lot of veins like I do, but I cover that up. So it's always going to be one-toned, and if you want to create more dimension and kind of a darker smoky look to your eyes, definitely these are great because it fits right into the hollow of your eye. And as you can see, I use this brush today and it creates just a lot of dimension to your eyes, which is really nice when somebody's looking at you. Another brush I really believe in is a really big blending brush, and this can have multi-purpose, which is also kind of part of what I'm going to be telling you in this video. So this can blend out your eyeshadow, and also I have a few of these and I use them to do my highlighter, and I find that that helps really well. And I guess if you really wanted to contour in a very specific area, this could help, but it is very small, so just keep that in mind. But definitely for blending and putting on highlighter, it's great. Moving on to face brushes, I think that this is a very key brush to have as especially a starter brush, but just in general in your case. So this will be just a standard flat foundation brush, and this brush is great. It's very soft, it's synthetic, and I find that with this brush it really just helps me get the foundation on evenly. A lot of people say it's very streaky, and yes, it can be depending on how you put it on. I just like to go in small strokes all over my face, and this is fantastic. I've used this for putting on highlighter as well. I have never tried it for any other use, and I think that I'm just going to stick to highlighter and foundation with these brushes. My all-time favorite brush would have to be this e.l.f. flat top brush, and there are many flat top brushes out there. This one was $3 off eyeslipsface.com, and let me tell you, I love this brush. I have two of them. And I find that there are many purposes. So basically, the first purpose I love it for is just for putting on foundation. You can either stipple it or buff it in. I like to stipple and then buff, and it gives the most flawless finish. Another thing that you can do is put on bronzer. This goes really nicely into the hollows of your cheeks, and also I find that it gives a more even look. And it's not extreme contouring, so if you really want to contour, get a smaller brush, but it just gives a nice kind of glow to the face, and you can do it all over as well if you want. Blush definitely, it's great for blush, and I find that just going on over your cheeks, and it gives you a really nice natural flush. Another thing, I can't believe I didn't even mention this because it is a powder brush. It's fantastic for powder, especially powder foundation or pressed powder. I use it with my MAC Studio Fix powder, and it goes on like full coverage. They said it's full coverage foundation. I didn't believe them because I used a kabuki brush. This brush will change your whole view on powder foundations and powders. So definitely, if you're looking for something that's going to give you a full coverage look, check this out. Sorry if the angle's a little different, I just ran out of memory on my camera, so I had to delete some stuff. Anyway, so the next brush I want to talk about is a stippling brush, and stippling brushes are awesome, depending on the one you get though, because a lot of them can really shed. This one's from Walmart, and it was like $7 or $8, I don't really remember exactly, but point being is it does not shed on me, and I love it. So what I wanted to say about a stippling brush, stippling? Really? I am tired. So a stippling brush, basically you can buff in foundation, you can stipple it on, which is obviously one of the main things you do with it, stippling brush. Stipple it on, buff it in. It gives a different finish from a flat top though, and let me tell you why. These bristles are a lot less dense, they're a little more flimsy, not super flimsy, but when you're applying foundation it gives more of, it can give sheer coverage to a medium, and then you can really build it to a full if you really want. When I had severe acne, I had a really bad time putting on blush or anything like that, and I found that a stippling brush, just stippling it right on there, was really helpful opposed to going like this, because it would just kind of take off and, I guess you could say, show my imperfections more almost. So definitely great. I can buff on my blush now if I want to, but I know that if you are struggling with acne, this brush will be great for you. I don't suggest that if you have dry skin that you use a brush like this. I would go more for a sponge or a flat top, because by using this brush it gets your like flakes on your skin. I know it sounds gross, but dry flakes, it will make them pop up. So I don't tend to use this for foundation, I use it more for blush and bronzer at the moment. Another really essential brush in my opinion is a kabuki brush, and this is a very inexpensive synthetic brush. I got this at Icing and it was like $5, and honestly this brush is just fantastic. I find that for putting on more of a lighter application of any powder or anything, it's great. If you really choose to, like if you want to put on foundation with it, you can. I have, and I didn't like it as much as I did with a flat top or a stippling brush, but you can if you need to, and if it's a different shape per se, like I'll show you a different one. This right here, if you want to use a bigger one like that, that'll be better for foundation than it will be than this one. I find that these can be good for blush, but not bronzer definitely, but I'd rather stick to a different brush for that, because I find that sometimes these are too big, and if they're smaller, I just don't really like the way it applies it. So my next favorite brush is definitely this brush right here. This is by Posh. It was like a $2, $3 brush. What I love for this is putting on blush, and it fits really nicely just on your cheeks. You can either go like this or you can blend it right in. Also contouring, go like right in the hollows of your cheeks and you're great for that. And I would find also, oh, Michelle Phan talked about this before, and I actually did this a few years ago, which I found it funny after she made a video about that. I used to put on my foundation with a blush brush like this, and she did it too. And I find that it's really a great way to apply foundation, and it gives a very full coverage also, which I was very surprised by. So that is definitely something that you can look into if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, is the brand Posh. They should have them at Target, and they also have them in Canada as well at places like Walmart, so they're very great options. The last brush I'm going to talk about almost didn't make the cut, but I find that if you do a lot of eye makeup and you really get annoyed by that fallout, definitely a fan brush. This was it was $2.50. I don't need a very expensive one. It's just like really flimsy, and what I like is it just gets right underneath of there and gets any of the eyeshadow fallout. Also, another great use for this is highlighter. It goes right down the bridge of your nose and all the places you want to highlight. So definitely if you're looking into a fan brush, you can get these at dollar stores, or you can go and get a better quality one. It's all up to you. As you may know, I'm very young. I shouldn't say very young. I'm 16, and sometimes, you know, it's very expensive when you only work part-time. So definitely, if you want to try out something like that, go for a fan brush. The thicker ones I find take off or smear makeup, so just be careful with that. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video, and I hope that this helped you in some way. Definitely thought that I should do this video because I know it is kind of a popular one right now, and it is very helpful, I find, to watch these myself, because it's nice to know sometimes what you're missing out on. So definitely, if you guys liked this video, leave me a comment down below, and if you want to tell me your favorite essential brushes, also do that as well by leaving a comment. And thank you very much everyone for helping me get to 500 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate it. And if you don't normally comment on my videos, I would love it if I could hear your feedback, and if you wanted to just talk, you know, definitely it would be great. So I hope if you haven't subscribed you will, and if you want to see more of my videos, definitely do so, because I am really enjoying filming. Like I told you guys, my new camera that I got isn't working out, so I'm just working with my old one right now, and I'm planning on getting a new one soon. If you have any suggestions for a camera, just let me know. And all my links and everything, my Twitter and Instagram, which I'm obsessed with. If any of you are, let me know what your Instagram is, and we should follow each other. And I will see you guys later. Bye.